Hello, welcome to Pieces Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint various things on the internet, little miniature, small things. I my hair is way shorter than I'm used to. It's kind of freaked me out. I should have probably combed it today too. I don't. Usually my hair is longer, but yeah, it's kind of it's. So if you've seen me in other shows and you're like, "What happened to all his hair?" It's for Halloween. So I think we'll be wearing the costume again on Friday for sure. Um, it is really windy in Oklahoma, and the temperature has dropped significantly. It's you can feel fall creeping its way in. It's just cold here in the studio. I just turn on my little heater. Just keep putting my hands over here. I'm trying to thaw them out so I can work. I think we're gonna today. I think we're gonna fix this wing. I've been hemming and hawing over it for a little while, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. I think I finally decided that it would be fun to see how a repair would work and what you would want to do to make that happen. So we're going to do a little bit of repair work today with which one is this one? This one is Millput. I use a bunch of various different types of things. So I always have to remember which one it is I am currently using. I am looking. There we go. I should have this stuff earlier. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll flip over to the good stuff. Oh wait! I do want to show you guys some stuff real fast. So I got this guy done. This is a piece for a game store, Forgotten Labyrinth games in Moore, Oklahoma. Cool, real cool, kind of space crab tyrannid, Dune-esque. There's lots of things. This kind of images that brings to mind. I thought it was fun, so we've got that guy, and then I'm also working on this piece for them, which I'm almost done. Just some little stuff I'm kind of working on behind the scenes. Go this way, Pat. The camera is in front of you. Oh. So anyway, they're a lot of fun. Terrain is always a blast. So I'm trying to make it colorful, whimsical, yet also realistic and grimdark. You want this stuff to pop. You want people to be able to look at it and they want to play. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Anyway, big shout out to all the folks down there that keep all that running. They're really nice people. So go check them out. If you live down if you live in Oklahoma in general and you're ever in this metro area, you should run down there and check them out. Good people. All right. Now let's get to work. Boom. We're up to 444 subscribers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. Most people seem to watch mostly the shorts, which I totally get. And our Adams Family short went pretty well. It's like one of the best videos we ever had, which is that's fine. It's kind of weird that we're kind of a YouTube channel and our best video happens to be us dressed up as the Adams Family. But yeah, that's okay. And whatever gets attention to the channel, right? That's kind of the idea. All right, so let's talk about this stuff. This is Millput. So it's a 2-stage like a epoxy or clay or whatever you want to call it. So when you combine these two substances together, it's gonna start to set. And right now they're squishy, and you could mold them together, whatever. And that's what you want, because you want to be able to sculpt these. Now I like this stuff because it's kind of water soluble. It is water soluble when it's in its wet stage. Once it dries out and hardens, it's not. So you can sculpt something with it and put some water to it and really kind of get it smooth without too much work. And then when it hardens, it's going to be hard, and paint right over top of it. It works out really, really well. So before we do that, though, we need to make sure we prep up this wing, and then we'll mix that stuff up and get started. You need to get off of there. Okay, so we got a break here because, again, I'm not saying who broke it, but things fell from up top that in a place where normally they would not fall unless they were moved. And well, there's only two suspects, and they both have whiskers and paws and fur. So we need to figure out how to fix this. Now, I could just reprint this wing, sure, no problem. And reattach right here where it goes in. Or we could fix it. If you don't actually have access to the printer or file to print it, and you need to make a repair on a piece you have, how do you do that? What do you do? Well, I'll show you. And that's my dog. Of course, she's barking right now. Hold on. I definitely need to go let her in. It is cold and windy. Okay. Oh, we need to see that down. We are. Oh. Okay. Well, the bright side of life, that should be the only interruption that we get from the peppers today, which is good. Oh, yeah. I gotta get way colder than this, but it was like just the other day, I think we were pushing 90, and today it's like 40. It's just like a real drastic change. So, okay, get my fingers used. Okay. All right, so the first, turn that back on. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I actually want to drill a small hole right here. And it doesn't need to be very deep. This might actually be too, no, I'll be right. Very patient. I definitely would use a pin drill. Don't break out your Dremel here. Your Dremel is going to cause way too much damage because it goes way too fast, and you're going to pop right through this wing. We were trying to create a little bit of a space for our sculpting to grab onto and to go down inside of the thing we're putting the repair in. That should do it right there. So, let me see, I put a tiny, come on there, focus, there you go. Focus, there it is, boom. So we got a tiny little hole we drilled into into there. Now we're going to scuff up the rest of this. You just take a nice file. You can do this with sandpaper too, if you don't have a file. And we don't necessarily need it like sanded down. We're just trying to scuff it, if that makes sense. Kind of rough it up a little bit. Okay. Now, that's done. Now we get to do this part. Mix these guys together. Do. Man, the wind is cranking. You can't actually hear it on the mic, but man, it's nuts. You can see it blowing cars around and stuff outside. Not the most entertaining thing to watch in the world, but there we go. Put a little water on there. And this is a pretty simple little wooden sculpting tool. A little too much water there. Just kind of keep working it. Be careful. Take your time. You can always use that other one for reference too. So we're gonna get this front side done, and then we'll worry about that back. It starts to get complicated when you have to do the back part, because you kind of gotta keep working at it without disturbing the front. And that becomes a little bit of a challenge. Just take your time. Don't get in a rush here. It's a simple repair. We're not trying to re-sculpt the Venus de Milo, right? Nothing we can't handle. You got it. You and me, we got this, right? Easy, 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 Jesse. Take your time. Don't forget to breathe. I love sculpting. It really is one of my favorite little extra things to do. I don't know why I was doubting whether or not I really should do this instead of just getting on here and doing it. I guess because I think most people don't want to see it. Most people are like, "There's proof," and I mean, most people probably do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Printing is fine. I mean, I printed the dang thing in the first place. But I do think it's kind of nice because, like, what happens if you don't print and you buy these things? You know, what are you gonna do if it ends up messed up? How do you fix that? What do you do? And you're like, oh man, do I have to buy a whole new model? Well, the guy that sold me this print, is he going to be willing to give me a discount on a missing piece? You know, there's lots of different reasons why you might want to be able to sculpt it. Even though you may not normally do that sort of thing. Work first by pulling off some of this material, especially while it's dry on this side. Once it gets wetter than this, it's going to get harder and harder to kind of mess with without disturbing it too terribly much. It gets real soft and bendy. We don't necessarily want that just yet, right? I'm going to try to keep all my bits kind of the larger ones together in case I need to use that later. It'll keep them from drying out too fast while I'm trying to figure out what I've got going on here. Take your time, just be patient with yourself. Especially if it's your first time messing with it. First time really sculpting something. Really give yourself some leeway and say, okay, my first attempt is not going to look, it's not going to be perfect. And then that's totally alright. There's nothing wrong with it. The key with these sort of hobbies is to just keep trying, keep practicing. That's why it's called a hobby in the first place, right? If you were a professional artist, that's what your job title would be. And that's probably not what it is. Your job title might be, I don't know. Maybe you're a banker. Maybe you're a basketball player. Maybe you could be a Leica, for all I know. Be a fireman. working on trying to be able to get over to the kids' realm so I can, post things that are geared toward children. But man, I got the mouth of a sailor, y'all. It's hard. Ooh, it takes a lot of concentration. And you gotta kind of keep messing with it. So we're on our second round of trying to get these sides all squared away. Alright. There we go. I know we're looking like we got enough. We got the right amount of material. And that's where it gets crazy. So like if you get too much on there, and you can't get what you're trying to do done. You have too little, and you can't do it to try and do that. So you gotta sculpting a repair is a lot like playing Goldilocks. And the three bears, just right, too hot, too cold, and almost there, almost there. breathe. I end up holding my breath when doing these sort of things. It's always a bad idea. Definitely shouldn't hold your breath. Definitely shouldn't hit the camera either. So, you know, that sucked. Sorry. Oh, I thought I had. Right there. I already pulled this out. Strip it. There we go. We're going to let that harden up. And that's all she wrote, right? No big deal. Okay. Take a little drink of drink. And keep going. The problem here is now you want to make sure you don't knock him around too much. So, I'm probably going to set him off to the side, and we'll work on the actual writer here. I think he has a name, but I have forgotten it. So, sorry about that. But I'm sure Artisan Guild gave him a name. all their little hero guys always have a name. Yeah, as they should. Honestly, you know, sure, big hero dudes, and they definitely should have some sort of name to them, because that makes them cool, right? If you're a named character, instead of just, you know, random dwarf person 5, then you. Okay, so with blue here, let's give him a nice. Some red pants, yeah. Nice dark crimson. He's probably wearing armor just like everybody else in this band is. And also remember, he's going to be sitting on the griffin, so we don't have to paint necessarily this section here all the way through. Just make sure you're getting enough to where, you know, it looks like that it's painted underneath. All right, now for his shirt that's poking out. We'll give him this green. We already have it out. We're just going to pop that in there. That dog scratched that door. I'm gonna laugh. You just came in. You just came in. It's windy. It's cold. If you're trying to go outside now, you're doing it just to be. You're just doing it to be a pain. Dogs are sometimes they're funny. That one in particular can be very funny. She definitely does stuff like that, where she's doing it just to kind of get you to do something for her, just I don't know, out of to make sure you still are paying attention to her or something. I don't get it, but it's funny. She's right. There's a little other pouch. There's a shirt poking out right there. Oh, that sounded gross. I think she may have just worked on the couch. Just vomited right all over it. Oh, gross. That is definitely, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little piece of the support from when it was being printed. These new printers print it. They can print so fine, and the supports that it programs in are also so infinitesimal that it's really cool. Like, oh man, that thing was tiny. He has a horn in his hand, and he's wearing a horn. This guy is, I guess we could call him a horn dog. Can't really see exactly what we got going on there, so I'm going to put a little bit of lighten up to it. We can always darken it up if we need to. 2 horns, huh? It's Jimmy Two Horns. The dwarf Jimmy Two Horns. You've heard of him. It's very famous. Okay. goodness. The downsides of being so windy and chilly, which I actually like it being kind of cool, is that, man, when it's this windy, it makes my allergies feel like my face is on fire. We're gonna be alright though. Could be worse. Oh, white brown. Hope everybody's having a great week. You're all ready for your Halloween festivities, or if you're not into Halloween necessarily, maybe you like to disappear for a while, and that's okay too. Yeah, hope you've got that prepared, because that takes time, especially in this day and age. It's a very lightened Payne's gray. More of that, just trying to get an idea of what we're looking at here. Get some base coats in. It's the wind, dog. It's the wind. She's on it, man. She won't let it know. Wind, you better not come around here. Dogs. Definitely excited to get back to doing a little bit of work today. I think I'll be able to get out and drive around today, which is good. However, if I'm not feeling very well, I definitely am not going to be risking it. It just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. I imagine that is not how other people live their lives. But to me, it just seems like if you're not feeling right, you shouldn't be out. But I've been feeling pretty good. So, I mean, yesterday, I guess I had a little bit of a. It never actually quite materialized into a full-blown expel, but today's been alright. Felt pretty decent all morning. After I finished waking up. Well, except for my allergies. The mold is way high, so it's got my head like a little bit of a headache, but that's okay. Oh no, I'm not participating in your shenanigans. It's shenanigans. You're up to shenanigans. You don't even know what's out there that you're barking at, dog. She's standing in the hallway, tapping her toes on the floor. It's really funny. She makes herself so loud. Like she can tiptoe around this house like quiet. Whenever she wants you to hear her, she will click her nails on the floor as she walks. And she's like, hear me, witness me, human. You're gonna make my life miserable until I let you out, aren't you? Oh, I smacked that thing. That'll be alright. Okay, I'm gonna be right back again. See, that's what I get for saying something a second ago. Oh, I guess it was a half an hour ago. Go to the door. Oh my god. Go. An absolute mess. She didn't even know she's barking. There's nothing out there. Dog has no idea what's barking. Okay, so we're getting closer on some base codes. I definitely did not mean to smack that thing like that. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. That's just a little Payne's gray in that. hole. That's a raw umber I'm putting there on that bone. Real light. And that's a burnt umber on his face here. Again, real super light. Very much wash consistency. That's really going to help give us some highlights and lowlights. Let's just kind of highlights and shadows. How do you want to think about that? I think the proper term is highlight and shadow, but whatever you want to think, however you want to think about it. Just gotta let that set up and dry. About 10 minutes left. Still cruising. Oh, my fingers. It's so weird when the temperature changes so drastically. How much it affects your cold. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this guy. All righty. I really feel like it should be just a tad darker. Come on, camera. There we go. Come on. You had it. There it is. So you should probably get a little touch darker here. So where we are, we're going to go ahead and we're talking about this yesterday and whether or not we're going to need to go to a raw umber wash, and I feel like we definitely are. Really want to bring all these muscles way up. Really want to be able to play with it. And we're just not going to get there. It's kind of like dialing the contrast up and down on when you're messing with your phone or your pictures on your phone or your TV and you're trying to get it to look a certain way. I really want it to look old and dirty and browned. Lots of shadows, lots of stuff we can toy with. Because we'll come back and lighten all the everything up here and the highlights where to lighten it up. But you want to start off. You need a place to start. The base idea before we bring in the highlights. Tip the tip of that wing right in that thing. That's funny. Doesn't look like it hurt at all. That's good. And you can also kind of vary the amount of thickness you use here to create more shadows where you need them. There's lots of things you can do when you come back and kind of keep working on. That's all way out of focus again. I think maybe we need to figure out a better system here. The tape works out okay, but there it goes. Anyway, we'll let that harden up. We're gonna let all this set in. All right, let our work here harden up. Continue hardening. This looks like feeling pretty good already. It'll be hard by tomorrow. We should be able to paint on it. There we go. We're good time to shut it down. Well, thank you everybody who stopped by and watched the show. I appreciate all the folks who stopped by and see us. We're moving right on through this. I gotta have these guys done by Friday because we've got a show in El Reno on Saturday. So if you're in El Reno, come check us out. We're at the Triple C Expo in El Reno. I'll get the address. I think I've posted it to one of the social medias. I gotta figure that out. I'm terrible at social media. I'm telling you what, if I had somebody who actually ran this social media thing for me, I couldn't pay you, but if I had somebody who could do it, we'd probably be a whole lot better off. But yeah, I'm terrible at this. That part of the thing. I'm good at the painting the things, or at least that's what people keep telling me. So I keep doing it because it's fun. I love it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So we fixed that wing. We got a little bit more painting done on both the rider and the storm. And we removed. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Put him back on there before I lose him. Things love to get lost around here. I don't know why. Cats. I do know why. The name is Cats. That's the actual cause is cats. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Be good to yourselves. Be good to somebody else. Be good to people you don't know. Spread that goodness. Everybody knows we need it. We'll talk to you later.